Sunlight, dearest sunlight, I am calling you across the old room. Sunlight, dearest sunlight, I would like to come out of the womb. Something in me feels like all of me, and we dance all alone. Come on in.
Hey guys, so we're out here with my lifted Volvo wagon. It's a 1990 Volvo 740, not a turbo, not a manual. It's very slow. We have lifted it. It's got a 3-inch lift in the front and then Frankenstein in the back, so it's all level. Put a tent on top. Our little Overland vehicle. We were testing it out this weekend. We're about 30 minutes outside of Blowing Rock, North Carolina. National Forest, like a dispersed camping area. It's really a nice spot. We're tucked away from the road. Like I can see the road right there, but nobody can see us here and no one knows we're here, which is nice. It's Sunday morning. Last night was great. The wagon was stable. We didn't come crashing down in the tent, but we wanted to test it out here, close to home, before we take it to Portland, Oregon this summer. Last year, we drove the Raptor to Vegas for SEMA, and we camped in it with the tent and everything. And we came back. These bicyclists are so slow. The bikes. That's what they're doing. Okay, I don't think you need anymore. So last year before SEMA, the national meet for the Volvo Club of America was in Hickory, North Carolina, which is like an hour from where we are currently. So we went. We took my XC60. It was a good turnout. It rained like heavily the whole morning, so the turnout wasn't as good as it should have been, but it was still a lot of fun. Met a lot of people that I've been friends with online for years and I've never actually met, so that was a lot of fun. So this year for 2023, the national meet is going to be in Portland, Oregon. I kind of joked to Brian about like, let's take the wagon and overland it all the way there, since we'd had so much fun in the Raptor and we wanted to do it again. And at first he was like, no, we're not doing that. And they thought about it and he's like, actually, yeah, let's do it. So we are taking this 8,000 miles round trip this summer to Portland, Oregon. We're gonna, long story short, we're going up to St. Louis, then to Denver, then up to Salt Lake, then to Portland, I think. And when we leave, we're gonna leave Portland, go up the Pacific Coast Highway, I think that's what it's called, PCH, yeah, to Seattle, see Seattle and all that. And I go across back down to Yellowstone, over to Glacier, South Dakota for, what is it called? Mount Rushmore, the Black Hills, and then heading home. It should be about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And we're gonna take this little trusty wagon out there. So we're working on the kinks on this trip. There's some things we have to fix that we found out it needs. But other than that, it's great. I think it's reliable. I trust it to go 1,000 miles. 8,000 miles. It'll be cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So that's it. We'll keep you updated. See ya. Okay, I'm done. And I'm done with the bug.
Dearest sunlight, I would like to come out of the womb. Something in me feels like all of me, and we dance all alone. Come on in. Open my heart to this world. Open my heart to this world. Sunlight, dearest sunlight, I am calling you across the old room. Sunlight, dearest sunlight,
night, headed out, did some cool trails. We crossed over into Tennessee. It was a fun day. I was attempting to go up a very steep incline, and it took 5 tries for the wagon to do it. I will say at the 4th try, I turned the AC off, and that helped. I think that's what made it have the extra oomph. But then there was another steep incline right past it, and we couldn't make it up that. So we turned around, and in turning around, we realized the spring had come loose. Whatever. It hadn't fully come out, but it was not in the spring seat. It was like shifted back a little bit. And the spring had a little curvature to it. So we were like concerned, obviously. Our fault completely. We should have secured the strings a lot better. But we decided, we were just like, you know what, let's just take it easy. We thought it may have happened going into our campground area because it was a very, very steep little short ditch. So we thought that might be where it happened. So we were like, well, if it happened then, we've done all these trails, it's fine to keep going. So we turned back. We weren't going to keep doing crazy stuff. And I decided, Brian started driving, and I was navigating us. And I found a spot that was not supposed to be a gravel road. It was supposed to lead us to a gravel road, according to Gaia. And we turned, and it was all of a sudden not gravel. It was completely unmaintained. Like, it was just, they cleared trees. That was it. And we were kind of stuck because it was skinny. There was nowhere to turn around. So we were just like, all right, we're going to do this as fast as we can so that we don't lose that spring. We get to a point where there is a zigzagged rut, huge rut. And had we not had the spring issue, the wagon could have absolutely gone over. It would have been no problem. But we were just worried that one of those wheels might flex just a little too much, and that spring was going to come out. So luckily, right behind it, there was a wider area, and we were able to turn it around. We were headed back because we're like, we're just gonna not deal with this. And 1,000 feet down, maybe, we didn't even make it that far, probably 500 feet from where we turned around, the spring decided to just come unloose. So it made a loud pow. And we stopped. So luckily again, there was literally this little pull off that was flat and kind of grassy, and we were able to back up into that. The fender did not like being backed up with the wheel all the way up the wheel well, but it didn't do anything, I don't think. And so we backed into there, got our high lift jack out that we had just acquired the day before from a friend, and had issues with it. It was stuck in reverse, so we couldn't get it to actually lift the car. Within 2 minutes, a family comes by, and granted, the whole day we'd only passed like 3 people. So this was like the 4th person we'd passed the entire day. And they came by on a side-by-side and asked if we needed help. So we were like, yes. So he ended up helping us get the jack figured out. It was just stuck, like, in reverse. That's a song. But we got it working. We lifted the car up, but we couldn't really lift it up enough for it to flex to get the spring back in. He ended up having a scissor lift jack and a little pry bar, and with those 2 extra items, we were able to get the spring back in. He went on his way. We were on our way. Made it back. We took it easy. We just took asphalt roads on the way home, and made it home. The motor mounts are absolutely shot, and I think my front right shock is done for. Luckily, I bought another set. We thought these were still good. Apparently not. So we're gonna swap those in. I've got motor mounts on the way from FCP Euro. Shout out them. They're wonderful. They don't sponsor me, but they treat me nicely and always ship my stuff really fast. And then I'm trying not to accelerate too hard so my phone falls. So we've got that stuff coming. So when it gets here, we'll swap everything over. I also really need an exhaust because on our last adventure, like a year ago, it fell off at a gas station and it's really loud. And now with the motor mounts being shot and the added vibrations, it's unbearable. I can't deal with it. So that's why I'm driving this today. That's it. See you in the next video.